Hi everybody, it's me, Pets, the developer of ICECreatureControl, and I want to show you how to set up a creature from scratch without using the ICECreatureControl wizard. So for this I have prepared here a small empty scene with a camera and a light, and in our project we have only the ICECreatureControl package 1.1. So let's start with our ground, and we can use as a ground and terrain or any other object. And for this tutorial I want to use a plan. So resize a little bit so we have more space to play with our creature. And now I want to assign also a grid. Yeah, it's a 1 of 1 meter grid, so we can see the movements a little bit better. So now we can go directly to our creature, and for this I have prepared here in the asset store the ice golem, and this we want to import directly. So import again, back to the scene, and drag and drop the ice golem, hello golem, and you will see here we have only the transform component, we have the animation component with 9 animations, and the third component on our golem is the ICECreatureControl component. You can click here at component and type ice, so we have all the ice components, and you can select here the ICECreatureControl component, but you can do it also by select the window menu. Here you will find the ICECreatureControl menu. Go to components, add creature component, and then you have also, so I remove it directly and I show you also this way. You can open the ice folder, open the ICECreatureControl folder, and here you will find the desired script ICECreatureControl. Drag and drop it to a component, and so it's ready. So now we can see directly a warning, and this warning is absolutely correct because we have no active creature register in our scene. The creature register is a really important element because the creature register handles the population and the pool management during the runtime. So just add register, and now you have the creature register also in your scene. Here we are on the inspector view of the creature register. You have some options which we don't need for this tutorial. Yeah, we can use the default settings, and here you have all your reference objects, and at the moment we have only our golem, but if you use your player character, you can put inside here. If you have other creatures, you will have inside here, and if you have targets, items, or whatever, each object your creature should ready to interact with it, you should put inside this creature register. So, and you can use the creature register also to navigate between all your objects. Just select the desired object and press select, and then you switch directly to the inspector view of the selected object. So here we are back to our golem, and now we can start with the settings. So basically your creature can do everything, but in the beginning it's completely stupid, so you have to train him, and for this you have to know two things. Your creature have to know what he have to do, and he have to know how he have it to do. Yeah, and for the what, we have the targets. The behavior of your creature is completely target driven. So for everything your creature have to do, it needs a target. So the target could be each game object in your scene, for example your player, yeah, but also an empty object or whatever you want. So for this tutorial I'll start here just by pressing the auto button, and the auto button automatically generates an empty game object with the name home golem. So, and the home of the golem will be now the home target for your golem. Now we have to explain to the golem what you have to do with this home target. So, and for this we have here the basic behaviors, and the basic behaviors is idle, walk, run, jump, dead, spawn. And in the future maybe I will put some more, but in 1.1 this will be the idle behaviors, the basic behaviors. So, and now you have only to press the auto buttons, auto. So, and dependent to the names of your animations, if you're working with a legacy animation system, the auto function will directly fulfill the correct settings for you. So here you can see we have now generated a behavior with the animation walk. With the speed, animation speed, we can set to default here also, and with the movement, and the movement for walk, maybe it's a little bit too fast for this small, we set to 1.2, and the angular velocity. Yes, this is the forward velocity, and here we have the angular velocity, and for the angular velocity it's very important. If you adjust the angular velocity to 0, your creature can't turn. Yeah, so you have a forward speed, and but he can't turn because you have no turning speed, and so for this you have to make care that the angular velocity is not adjusted to 0. So a good value will be 1, yeah, or larger. That's dependent to your animation and to your desired target, what you want to do. Yeah, for example, if you have an elephant, yeah, with a heavy mass, and you have a lot of speed, yeah, you define here a running speed of 4 or 5. You should not assign an angular velocity of 10 or higher, because it's completely unrealistic. So if you have a heavy mass, an object with a heavy mass, and this object is really fast, so you should reduce the angular velocity. If you have a small object, for example a fly can change the direction really fast, yeah, so you can use a really high angular velocity, but this just for the beginning. So for our Golem, now we define an angular velocity of 5, and go back to the run. Here we do the same. Run is automatically selected. Here we define the desired speed, the transition duration. So the velocity is also a little bit high here, so we reduce it to 4. The angular velocity is 4, that's okay, and that's fine. So now we go back here to our target, and to understand what we do with all the settings, you should activate Show Debug. So I fold out the essentials and press now the Show Debug button here, and now you see we get gizmos, and this gizmos is very important to inform you what's your creature do. Yeah, so if you activate Show Debug, you will have here a new component. It's the ICECreatureControl Debug component, and with this component you can control the gizmos, which gizmos you will see, and so on. Yeah, so here you can adapt the offset of the gizmos. Yeah, by default is 0, but if you have a hilly area, maybe it's you can't see because it's under the terrain. Yeah, and for this you can adjust the gizmos in the correct height. This is really helpful if you have a top view. Yeah, and switch here to from the perspective to the orthographic view, so you can see here really nice all your gizmos. So, but we go back here. So fine. So here we have a flat terrain, so we can use 0.5. So you can change the colors, and you can activate here which gizmos you want to see. Yeah, because if you have a lot of creatures, it could be really crazy and really heavy to understand which gizmos it's part of which creature. So for this you can switch here off and, on and off which gizmos you want to see. So here on the bottom we have runtime pointer. This is really helpful if you want to test the behavior and the movement at runtime. So you can activate this, and then you will see a sphere or a cube, yeah, at the move positions. So, and this is really helpful if you play with your creature. You can see exactly what your creature is doing. Yeah, we will see it later if we press play. So, but now back. So what we see here, we go here back to the central settings. Now we have here a lot of settings, and the first setting here, what we see, this circle and this arrow. The arrow marks the direction, the move direction, and this circle here, this is the stopping distance of the target. So at the moment the creature and the target is at the same position, and so we go to the creature and we move the creature a little bit. So now you can understand a little bit better. The center is the transform position of home golem, and around this home golem you have the stopping distance. Your creature will try to reach this stopping distance, and if this stopping distance is reached, the target is complete. Yeah. So now we can reduce the stopping distance to 1. 1 is the minimum value you can set for a target, because the stopping distance here should never be 0, adjusted to 0, because dependent to the speed and to the physical settings and also to the angular velocity, it's really heavy for your creature to hit exactly one single point. So, and for this we have this stopping distance, and so it's more easier. Your creature only have to come in the near of this point, and then the target is reached. So then we have some more settings here. We have offset. So for example, you will need the offset if you have a building and your creature cannot go directly to the transform position, because around of the transform position you will have walls and your creature can't cross these walls. For this you can define here the offset. Yeah, you see, we move a little bit out. Yeah, and now you can also move the direction. Yeah, and so you can create a position, an offset position around your target, a reachable offset position around your target. So, but here we can reset to 0 everything. We don't need. Okay, and also this reset. So, and then we have here the random positioning range. So by default, this random positioning range is adjusted to 100, but you can make it to 0, and if the offset is 0 and the random positioning range is adjusted to 0, then the target position, the target move position, will be exactly the transform position of the target. So, but it's boring if your creature goes all the time to the transformed position directly, and for this you can use this dynamic waypoints, this random positioning range, to define a range around the transform position in which your creature can use as a dynamic waypoint. So, and you see the position always will be updated, and with this button you can define when the position will be updated. So if you have no update position on activate or reach or a timer, it's not activated. The position will only update it one time at the start, if you start the game. Yeah. If you click active, the position will always be updated if this target will be active. So, and if you activate also reached, it will update the position if the target will be active, and if your creature reach this position. Yeah, so he can walk endless within this circle, because all the time he reached this position, the position will be updated and he get a new position, and so he can walk endless within this circle. Yeah, so you're completely free in the size. By default, the maximum size is 250, but you can also define 2500, so it's really large now. Yeah, you see, and you can adapt this to your terrain. One point is, which is really important, you should make sure that each potential position within this circle should be reachable for your creature. This is especially important if you're using the mesh nav, as a navigation mesh, and you have a position, a dynamic position, which will be outside of the navigation mesh. It could be that your creature never can reach this position and will have a deadlock. Yeah, he runs at a deadlock because the position will be outside of the navigation mesh, and there is no way he cannot reach this. The same situation you will have if one of this position will be inside a building, or inside a stone, or inside a rock. Yeah, so your creature cannot go inside a rock. Yeah, and for this, and in this case, you will have your creature runs in a deadlock. So make sure that all potential positions within this circle will be reachable for your creature. So now we define a random positioning range of 20. Scroll in. So the position will be updated if this target will be active and if the position is reached. So, and this is everything we have to do. We have defined the target, we have defined the move positions around the target, and we have defined the behaviors. So, and now we could press start, and we will see what's happened with our creature. And we see our creature starts walking. But what's happened now? Your creature is not moving. It's not moving. Yeah, the animation it's not running correctly. Okay, does only one step. So for this, this is also important. So we go back here. Oh, sorry. Go back here to the behaviors. Go to walk, and here you have the wrap mode, and the wrap mode by default is default. So if the animation is by default not looped, so you can click here, click loop, and then you can change directly the wrap mode of the animation without touching the original animation. So here also loop, and now we should see the correct result. So, and we see our creature is walking now. reach this position, get directly a new position, and so on. Okay, now we have one creature, and now I want to show you how it works with the creature register. And now we can using the pool management. You can see here we have now the golem, our creature, and we have also the home of the golem. And the home of the golem is marked here as CR, and this makes a creature location. So, but the home is not interesting at the moment. We go here to the golem, press pool, and now we have the pool management. You can define the spawn point. The spawn point is the home. Now we should activate the debug view of the creature register, and here you will see the spawn point, the spawn area, and the spawn area you can increase, decrease, and you can say okay, the creatures should spawn in this area, only in this area, not inside. This should spawn in this circle around. So, and now you could, for example, you could define the spawn point, your player as the spawn point, and then all your creatures, all the golems, will spawning around your player. But this is only for example. So, we start from the beginning. Here we can define the maximum spawn objects. Now we want to have 25. We say, okay, they have to directly spawn on start. So we activate initial. If we have different objects which we want to spawn, several objects, we can here define the priority in which order they have to spawn. Yeah, this would be important. For example, if we want also to spawn some more of the target objects, home golem, so it's important that we spawn first the home golems and then the golems, otherwise the golems have no targets. Yeah. So, and for this you can define the priority to force the order of spawning. So here we can say it's a spawn interval. Yeah, but for now our creatures never die. Yeah, and only spawning directly the first time, so it's not so important here. And here you can define a random size of your creatures. It's deactivated by default, and this is also important. This is very important if you want to, if you have a lot of creatures and you want to save the performance a little bit, so you can activate. It's activated by default. Soft respawn. In this case, if your creature die, it will not destroyed. It will be just invisible and reused for the next job. Yeah. So that's all we have to do. Just activate this, define the desired amount of spawned objects, click in initial, and then we will see what's happened. You see, we have now a lot of golems which are spawned around the home golem. Here it's the original, which could be also a prefab. Yeah, you must not use a scene object. Yeah, it's better if you're using for the original a prefab. But for testing, it's okay if you have it in the scene. So, and now you see they are working really fine. Yeah, but you see also there is no collision detection, and so they're working. Yeah, they have an intersection. Yeah. Okay, but this we want to talk about in the next Okay, thanks a lot. Yeah, bye.